daughter. Okay, she called me at 1:30.
Okay.
And then she called at twice at 1:30,
Okay.
and I talked at 1:29. And I talked to her, and she said something about that my daughter was missing.
Okay.
And I've asked her, here's the text, right here, what's going on?
Okay.
She hasn't responded.
Okay.
So can you contact them and see what's going on? Because they play games with and keep me in emotional distress. Multiple parties do. Another time she got said that she was hit on April 19th, around April 19th. So it had me panicking over what was going on with my child.
Where do they live?
Let me tell you what happened, and then we can go. I don't want to distract because multiple parties try to tamper with evidence.
Okay.
So April 19th, she told me that she got hit by someone.
Okay.
And I asked her if she wanted to live with me, what happened. I said that's abuse and multiple different things, and I showed the text to the police.
Okay.
They refused investigation.
Okay.
I reported to CPS. CPS played games, taunted me, and wouldn't tell me what happened.
Okay.
So multiple parties like me to sit in this distress of not knowing what's going on with my child.
Okay.
It's like it's for emotional torment.
Okay.
So anyway, so I don't know why CPS would be involved in it,
Okay.
why the police would deny investigation and be involved in it.
Okay.
That's pretty petty and unusual for the government to be enlisted in petty and sick crimes.
Okay.
So anyway, today I'm reporting
Yeah, I know.
that the stepmom told me this. So can you find out what's going on? If you're a considerate police officer, can you call?
Can I see the text? Can you put it to the glass? I can barely see it.
Okay.
Can I see the text?
What text? What are you trying to see?
You said they sent you a text. Can I see it?
She called me and said something was going on with my daughter.
Okay.
I'm asking the police to find out because she will not respond to my text and tell me what's going on. She said she was missing.
Okay. So you want me to call her?
Right.
Okay. Let me get your number.
Okay. Her number?
Denise what?
Denise Cage. And what was the special unit that you said was coming to speak with me?
They're not available.
What was the special unit?
They're not available.
Are you? Was it?
What
Was it?
page?
Was it?
Can I please call them?
Right care?
Can I please call
Yeah.
them? Thank you.
So I guess it's too incriminating to call right care out to now. I'm glad it's reached that peak because I mean you've been getting away with that for a long time. So they didn't send out right care this time to tamper with evidence and commit crimes.
Better number?
Let me give you the number. It's a game. I don't know if she's really missing, but I can give you another number.
Okay.
I don't know why so many parties harass me. You know what? Hold on. Don't tamper with evidence. So a social worker from CPS used to call and harass me in Tyler
Okay.
and terrorize me. She would call me 2 times a day, multiple times a week, and I reported her to Tyler Police, and when she got caught in the lie, they gave me a criminal trespass from the police department.
Okay.
So let me get the number. I don't know why that's a pattern of people calling and constantly keeping me in distress, torturing me.
They said that number doesn't work. Do you have another one?
Okay, one moment. They called me on this number, so did you dial the number wrong incorrectly?
I dialed the number correctly, man.
I'm calling it now. So what number do you have? It's ringing on this phone, and on your phone it says it doesn't work.
Sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box.
Okay, one moment. So the abuser knows that I love my child dearly, but it's unfortunate for me that he's able to enlist the police department, stepmom, CPS, and the courts to tamper with evidence and commit crimes to keep me away from my child. So they conspire together to keep me away from my child out of corruption.
Second number, they didn't answer.
Okay.
3 times.
Okay, so I have a question. It's hard because you guys keep covering for all the crimes out of corruption.
Okay.
Do you think maybe you can send an officer over there?
Where is it at?
Okay. So you want me to give you the father's phone number again?
No, so I can call him to see if the child's okay.
You called the father's number and you called Denise's number. I gave you
that's
both
their
numbers.
Okay.
I gave you 2 different numbers and you called 2 different numbers.
Okay.
And they didn't answer for you.
So you want a welfare check at 29.96?
Yes. Now, like I said, it's difficult because so many parties conspire together, so I can be in distress over my daughter out of criminal activity.
Okay.
So can you not be corrupt and let me know what's going on with my daughter?
So did you come here for a report or a welfare check?
I don't know. There's so many crimes. I need to do a report and I need to know about the welfare.
So what's the report about?
I've already explained it. See, this is part of the abuse.
No, what did you want in the what's the report about? Is it about missing child? Is it about abused child? Is it about
All of it. I don't know why. I mean, the caseworker, the important thing is you keep sabotaging, tampering with evidence. So the caseworker at CPS, her name is Rashida Amphila.
So you want a report of people sabotaging with evidence?
Okay, so you took the report twice.
I haven't taken a report yet. I have a case number. I haven't typed the report yet. So you want a report of all these parties?
Okay, I just want you to be a police officer and not antagonize.
I'm not antagonizing.
Okay.
You want a report of all these parties sabotaging.
My right as a parent. Right.
Okay. And so, with your right as a parent, do you have full custody?
I don't have custody because my civil rights are sabotaged. I don't understand what you're
So
asking.
saying your civil rights are sabotaged and you don't have full custody. Who has full custody?
Okay, the dad out of criminal activity. This is part of the
So the
torment.
dad
They
out
want
of
you to
criminal-
repeat yourself over and over
I'm just-
again.
Get it.
It's a
So
pattern.
dad out of criminal activity has rights to your daughter. What were those criminal activities?
I played the recording to the dad about the dad saying he don't know.
I just need to hear it from your mouth again.
Yeah, I played the recording. He don't know why he went up there and got a restraining order.
Okay. So why did he get a restraining order?
I don't know. It's
You
hid
don't
from
know
me.
why he got-
No, can you investigate and find it out?
I can't. I'm not the courts. Who did he get a restraining order against?
Me.
You. Okay.
Out of criminal activity.
What's the father's last?
Out of criminal activity, you cover for the crimes. Let me give you once again. It was derived out of criminal activity. You heard him say that he did not know why my rights were taken.
What is the last name of the child's father?
So it's hard because they keep committing crimes to cover for it and pretend like they're doing an investigation, but they're all committing crimes.
Okay. What's his first name?
No, CA.
Are you guys dating?
I don't understand what that has to do with the report to know why we're dating. I don't know why we can't concentrate on the pertinent things, like why the CPS worker denied investigation and why the courts denied me the right to go to court. I want to focus on the criminal activity and the conspiracy and not to sabotage that evidence with how long were you
What
dating.
conspiracy do you have? Do you have evidence of a conspiracy?
See, this used to torture me, having to repeat myself, but I know what they're doing now.
No. Do you have evidence of a conspiracy? Besides a recording, do you have evidence, paperwork of a conspiracy?
I told you that the 255th District Court on October 26th, when I gave them evidence that they were in contempt and wouldn't follow their agreement with me having access to her on the weekend. You're interrupting the evidence, sir. Tampering with evidence is a felony.
Do you have that documentation?
I provided it already. I keep providing it, and people won't do anything with it.
I don't have it. This is the first time I met you. I don't have it.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you that information. Hold on. I'm going to play the video while I was at the court.
Not a video.
That's
I need
evidence.
paperwork.
It's evidence.
I need paperwork. Do you have paperwork?
Okay.
Do you have paperwork that you even went to court? I need that paperwork.
Okay. So with the paperwork, what are you going to do?
I have to know what happened with
This
that.
is what they did when they wanted evidence of the identity theft, and I brought it, and they threatened to take me to jail and police headquarters. So it's a game. I keep providing the information, and they keep playing games and sabotaging it. So, sir, I don't know why
So I'm going to do that report for you. I'm going to do that report that you stated that people are sabotaging with your case.
Yeah, I don't know why you won't let me show the video. It has all those reports. I've already did a report showing it. I can give you the
Yes,
case number. You're tampering with evidence again, sir, which is a felony.
Okay, ma'am.
I've already did a report. Hold on. I've done multiple reports where they saw it. Let me give you the report numbers, and maybe you can have the connection. Okay. So, one moment. Let me give you the report numbers.
Awesome.
Okay, one moment. My phone's malfunctioning. Okay, it started working. That report number is 068
068
906
906
2022.
20 what?
2022. That's when I gave them all the paperwork and showed them the text that my daughter was hit, and they covered for it. Yeah, I can't tell you what's going on because you keep covering for it again. So that's when I can't tell you what's going on with that report number because you're covering for the crimes again. So I gave them showed them the text that my daughter was hit. They denied investigation, and I showed them all the records from the court. Okay. So this is what they do for the cover-up. He's explaining to them. That's right, Karen. That's the same guy that denied the report of me saying that I was blacklisted. So this is how they set me up. So he wants to tamper with evidence. He don't want to take the report because the bully did not want me to have anything to do with my child. And he can enforce it by his bullies, the government. So they're talking. This is what they did before they detained me for reporting to child abuse and lied in the report. Hello.
How you doing, Ms. Clark?
I remember you. You remember me? You would take the report of all the crimes that was going on.
I'm sorry?
You wouldn't really do anything with the reports of all the things that were going on.
Okay. So how can we help you today?
Is he tampered with evidence and denied me the right to have the report that gave him a lot of critical information, and there's so many police that tamper with evidence and commit crimes. I want the report number so that's on body cam footage, the criminal activity that I just reported.
So how can we help you today?
Is he denying me a report number for all the things that I gave him for cover up?
He's not.
Okay, well, I need that report number.
I don't know which number you're talking about.
I just gave him a lot of information on how police, the crimes that have been taken and how multiple parties tamper with evidence. Okay.
And it made my
Is that it?
Okay, who is this right here?
And I believe it hit the other truck.
Oh, you're a social worker?
He didn't stop.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Are you a social worker? Oh, well, good. Okay, well, there was a lot of parties conspiring to sabotage my rights as a parent. And Rashida and Fella denied me the right to report, for the right to have the results of investigation where my daughter was hit.
Okay.
She was hit by someone. And she's in an abusive situation. Well, she's been in a situation that has been abusive in the past.
Who was he?
My daughter.
Okay, did you report it to Child Protective Services?
They covered for it. They've been covering for crimes and lying and slandering to keep me away from my daughter for years.
Okay.
So what can you do as a social worker
Step over here right quick. So
when all these crimes are being committed?
Take care of this guy here.
What can you do to assist since all these crimes are being committed? And there's so many parties that tamper with evidence and commit felonies to cover
That's
for
what
it.
that report is for right there. Okay.
She's a social worker.
I am a social worker, and I'm not sure I understand what it is you want me to do.
You're a social worker and you don't know what to do? Well, what did you come here for?
I don't understand what you want me to do.
What did you come here for? To frame me for mental illness? Are you a right here?
I am a right here.
I imagine. So how long do you think you guys are going to continue to get away with this? Calling riot care out to cover for your crimes.
What else can we help
Had
you
you
with?
have taken the report, you would have had evidence that I was a conspiracy to violate my civil rights.
There's a report right there.
Well, you were playing with games the last report, and there's 60-something reports that aren't being investigated.
there's a report
Can you
number
tell
right
me
there.
why they would detain me for reporting child abuse? What is it with the police? Why would they want me to enforce that I don't have access to my
He
daughter?
doesn't have that information.
I don't know.
Well, do you have it? Why would the police enforce?
That's the report number right there.
Why would the police department enforce that I don't have access to my daughter? So
report right
here,
there.
okay, so he said that he was going to call an officer out. So what is going to happen? I asked him what's going to happen.
He's going to do a report.
I want to know what's going on with my daughter. I don't know why so many parties want to keep me in distress
You don't
over my
even know
child.
who your daughter is.
Right? Are they going to call me and let me know?
There's a report right there.
See, it's for emotional distress, just like I said. You have to see it to believe it. So my question is, if I came in here to report that my daughter's missing,
Did you give him your daughter's information?
I did, and I would like someone to
All
call
that
me.
information will be on the report.
I would like to know what's going on with my child.
We don't know. We gotta investigate.
Okay, so is someone going to call me?
Yes.
Okay, because normally what they do is they keep me in emotional distress on purpose.
Okay.
So someone will call me.
Yes.
Okay, so are you going to call or send a car out to figure out what's going on while they call me in an emergency situation, then when return my calls?
What emergency situation are you
They
in?
said something was going on, my daughter was missing. That's what the...
Did you report her missing?
That's why I'm here.
Okay.
They- Denise called me.
You gave that officer all your information. You gave the officer your daughter's information. There's a report number right there that you just placed on your.
So are they going over there now to send someone out to see what's going on?
Did you give him any of that information?
I did.
Okay, you said so you know where your daughter's at.
I know where she's supposed to be at.
Okay.
This is part of the emotional distress. They never
Let me
understand.
ask you this. Did you go by there and
Paramedic.
check?
They can send them, but you can't get an investigator to save your
I'm
life.
asking you a question.
Right
Stay
here
with
will
me.
not get out the way to
Just
cover up for their
just
crimes.
Stay with me real quick.
You said that last time.
Did you go by there and check and see if your daughter was there?
They're sabotaging my rights as a parent, which you guys want investigated.
I'm asking you, did you go by there and check if she was
Okay,
there?
so the police won't do it.
No, I'm asking you, did you go
No,
by there and check?
I came over to the police department because they keep playing games that keep me in emotional distress, and you guys keep covering for it.
You said that your daughter is
And the
missing?
CPS.
You said that your daughter is missing.
Right.
Okay. And you said you didn't go by there to see if your daughter was there. When was the last time you talked to your daughter?
Okay, what I'm asking
When was
for
the
you
last
not to
time-
cover for you guys to stop
When?
committing crimes, to tamper with evidence, and committing felonies.
When was the
Can
last-
you go over there as a police
When was
to
the
see
last
what was going
time-
on?
Miss Clark, when was the last time you seen your daughter?
It's been a while because of the corruption that you guys want to investigate.
About how long?
I will say I saw her for a few minutes. I gave her some shoes for about a minute. That was deflecting. You want me to find the date?
Who was she staying with?
Her dad and stepmom.
Okay, so if she's staying with dad and stepmom, that's not considered a kidnapping or anything like
She's
that.
missing. The stepmom, they do this on purpose
I'm sorry?
to torment. The stepmom
Mm-hmm.
called me
Mm-hmm.
and said that she was missing.
Okay. What about the dad?
They're out together. The dad is like, he had a stroke and that really doesn't have the proper mental capacity. But you guys keep covering for all these crimes.
Do you have his number so we can give him a
They
call?
called already 2 times. They called
No,
a
I want to, because I want to see what I
Sure.
can do.
Well, you were covering for crimes last time. I think that's what you're doing again today, coming out with right here.
I'm saying I'm trying to get in contact with him.
Well, even if y'all call, you're not going to take you covering for my sabotage child custody rights. The caseworkers and multiple parties that I got detained out of criminal
Are
activity
you
to
gonna
cover
give me the
for.
phone number?
I thought you were a social worker, ma'am. I don't know how beneficial you're going to be as a social worker if you're here covering for crimes.
Okay.
I can give you the number, but I don't think that you have a legitimate interest in helping me if you're going to cover for the crimes.
I will talk to him.
So the
What is
second
his
time.
name?
It's hard when they keep the parties you are forced to get enlisted for help are committing crimes. So let me see. Let me get the number. Okay, this is the stepmom's phone number. It's sick. It is sick. I have not seen an investigator, but how many times have we seen them? And they used to haul me off, arrest me. It's not a joke. That's how you get into the teams.
If she doesn't answer, do you have his number?
I do, but I don't understand why the police enforces these crimes. Why do you don't be a police officer and go out and have send a car out for a welfare check? No, you're covering for crimes. If you were trying to help me, you wouldn't tamper with evidence and
Okay,
cover for criminal
She
activity.
didn't answer the phone, so can we try to
Yes,
call?
so-
Can we try to call him?
Yes. Hold on,
What's his name?
Mike. This is a social worker that gets the help. That's
Mike?
covering for the crimes. Yeah, a social worker. Covering up for suspected child abuse is a misdemeanor or a felony. It's a crime to have that position and cover up for child abuse. She's committing a crime right now, and the police. It's criminal.
It had a paper like.
They've been doing it for years, getting away with it.
No.
If you have to immediately make a report, if there's suspected child abuse, I just reported that to them, and she's a social worker and playing games, and the police.
Okay, he's not answering the phone either. Are you able to give him a call?
Well, I don't understand why you guys would cover for it and not go over there and do a welfare check.
We're not covered.
Well, go do a welfare check if she's missing and there's an emergency. Why would you deny law enforcement to enforce it and cover for it? Just like they did when she said that she was gonna put her out. Police covered for
You
that.
said when last time you seen your daughter?
You need to know that again. I wanted to know why you're playing games with sending a squad car out
Because you never,
for a
you
welfare
never,
check.
You never answer
Because you
on
keep
regular
reflecting committing crimes and being a part of the emotional abuse and torment. So let me give you that information since you need that for your crime that you're committing right now. One moment. It's Michael Cage.
So when the police pull
Hey.
me over,
Yes.
I need to have some type of a police report saying, hey, I've already got a police report.
The last time I saw her was June 12th, giving her shoes for a minute.
Okay, what's the address?
No tag on my vehicle.
So our CPS has been covering up for the crimes, the court has been covering up for the crimes, the police department keeps on sending right care out, covering for the crimes too.
About her well-being, correct?
Yeah, and they sabotage my rights as a parent and multiple parties are covering for it. And the police department, right care, CPS, the court, multiple parties are covering for the crimes out of corruption. And I don't know why they would do that. And they also protect the stalker that they say he doesn't exist. Last time I saw him, he was covering for, they never did investigate Family Place. and why 3 police rushed me and detained me out of criminal activity. They want to investigate that from nowhere.
Tell me to come here.
And why it's happened at multiple different police departments.
Okay, Kiana, what we're gonna do is try to get someone to go over to just check on your daughter and make sure she's okay.
Are they going to call me and let me know the results?
What's your phone number?
So as for the other crimes that the government's committing, you have to cover for that?
I have no knowledge of that.
I'm reporting it so it can get investigated.
I'm a social worker.
Right, that's who you talk to. What happens when the government commits crimes to enforces child abuse? They get off a sky-free card to commit crimes?
Kiana, I'm gonna check and make sure.
I
my
want
child
to
is
know
okay, okay?
what we need to do if you're a social worker and not committing crimes. My daughter is also abused by the government. She got hit with someone, and the police department and multiple other parties cover for it.
So what do you want us to do?
So I'm talking to the social worker. Are you like at the other?
What do you want us to do?
Miss Clark.
So are
we
you?
can do a welfare check to make sure your daughter is
But
okay.
as for the other crimes
and
you're covering
I can call
for.
you and let you know.
But as for the other
Okay,
crimes,
okay.
you have to cover for.
There is
I
a
don't know
report
anything
right
about
there.
other crimes.
I
can
reported to
check on
you
your
that the
daughter.
government is enforcing child abuse of my daughter and they're conspirators and violating my rights as a
anything else
parent.
you-
Yes, I'm telling you that the
There's
government.
nothing I can do about that.
Okay, so you're covering for it.
Okay. Is there anything else?
It's sick. They need some
Right there.
charges. I guess that would be it.
All right, now. We will get
Oh, well, what I was trying to tell you is yes, like the last report when I was telling you about what happened at Salvation Army, I'm still blacklisted from services.
Okay, I'm not sure about anything having to do with the Salvation Army.
I told you that how I was rushed by 3 people.
No.
Okay, well, I'm telling you now. I was rushed by 3 police.
Okay.
Rushed me, detained me just from nowhere. Nothing happened. So they gave the excuse that someone said I was blocking traffic. It was on camera footage that I wasn't.
Okay.
I reported that to you.
Okay.
And I also
You didn't report
report.
that to me.
I did. Okay, well, I didn't report it to you. You don't know. Okay, well, I'm reporting it today.
Okay.
Then I also tried to report to you that multiple different organizations are denying services.
Okay.
And they have me blacklisted saying that I was banned. That's why I had to stay in that for sober living place.
Okay.
And I asked you to do an investigation and you denied it. You said you'd only do a miscellaneous report.
Okay.
Are you still standing by that and denying to
That
invest?
wasn't me.
That was you.
That was not me.
Sure. So are you going to investigate why all these organizations are denying me services, conspiring together to violate my civil rights?
That's not a crime.
Conspiracy to violate civil
Only thing
rights is a crime.
Listen. Only thing I'm gonna do, we already gave you a report. You gave that officer your information. He's gonna do a report.
Well, can you
and
report the
that's it.
conspiracy to violate civil rights crimes? You have a body cam on?
The officer in there will do all the reports that you've already put out there. Okay?
No, I didn't report the conspiracy to violate civil rights. You've been covering up for that for a long time,
No.
which is a felony,
Okay.
as well as multiple other
Anything else
officers.
I can help you with, Miss?
No, because I keep getting people that are sent out to tamper with evidence and commit crimes. This is a crime what you're doing here. You have responsibilities with these positions and you guys are failing to keep up with your responsibility. Covering for the government still makes you that you still committing a crime. Even if you'll investigate the dad, why won't you investigate the criminal activity from the police, the court, and CPS?
Okay. Ms. Clark, I'm gonna find out what I can about your daughter. And I'll get in touch with you, okay?
But as for the other crimes, you have to cover for it.
I don't have anything to do with any crime.
I'm reporting it to you. I thought you were a social worker. I thought that was your responsibility to find
That's
out.
what she's doing.
Is there anything?
I'm reporting you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
And I
Anything else we
can't.
can help you with?
No, I don't know who needs to help me, but someone needs to do
Have a good day.
something.
We'll be in touch.
All right.
No, you never.
They can send these paramedics and right care out, but I can't get 60-some reports, no investigator. They guard them for dear life. This is a crime.